folks, friends, family, fans, traders from around the world. What's going on? It's Ricky Cadan from Real Life Trading Australia. I trust you're doing absolutely amazing. I'm back again with another real life stock review, and let's take a look at what happened in the markets today. So the SPY, very, very amazing gap. Now, Jeremy did speak about this in the afternoon room, that if it was going to gap down, we probably most likely would fade. If you take a look at last time we gapped down, now this was a black candle gapping down, which is a retest gap, and we did retest. I just want to point out last time this actually happened. So this was a roughly a 0.5% gap, and last time this happened was actually right here. And funnily enough, it was also right after a bullish candle with a small inside day bearish candle, and then we gapped down right here about 0.5% again. And what do we do? Bounce straight off the 10 and faded bullish. So if you're looking at patterns, guys, this is what you need to look out for. A lot of people thinking the market was going to go bearish because it was a gap down. A lot of people getting trapped, and the market just went higher. Take a look at the 5-minute on the intraday, and you can see here, you can see here, as soon as this first bearish high wave candle came in, we did not create a new low, and we closed above the high of that candle. So basically, after that, you should not have been bearish on the markets. It should have been a very big turning point in your analysis. But that's the SPY looking bullish. We are bouncing off the 10 once again. And from now, I just think we go higher. My target's still 305. Keep that in mind and just look to take things bullish at this current moment. Here's the Qs. Not too much of a bullish day. We did fade, we did gap down and then fade back up, but not as strong as the SPY. We will most likely gap up tomorrow due to the earnings on Apple, and I'll talk about Apple in a minute. But Qs looking bullish, small little gap down. Not a lot to see there, but still just looking to buy the dip and go higher. Here's the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, for the most part, just chilling. We did say most likely we would try to catch up to the 20 EMA and slowly grind higher. So Dow Jones, look to buy the dip, stay long on the Dow Jones. Here's the IWM. We spoke about this last week, about this hammer candle, and then this glorious bullish push, and then the retracement here. This nice retracement, and once again, guys, we gapped down from the previous day, almost 1%, and just crushed higher. If you take a look at the 15-minute here, realistically, this is how you would have played it. Beautiful high wave candle on the 15-minute. It's the first 15-minute candle. We did not create a new low. Your entry could have been here with a stop below here, and that would have very easily pocketed you a nice 2R gain. So if you did take the IWM bullish, well done. You definitely played it like an absolute champion. I'll just clear this. All right, Amazon. This is one that you want to look out for, guys. Keep this on your watch list. This is about to bounce. We have come almost down to the 100 on the daily. Personally, don't think we're going to get there. If you take a look at the 4-hour chart, we are already there, okay? And we are getting some cute little cute little dojis, little inside day candles. We are starting to build a little bit of pressure here. We can break down, obviously, but from this point, for all those people who like to trade with the RSI, I know there's a lot of you out there. This is getting very low. We are almost at the 30 mark right here, and every time it's been here in the past, as you can see, it has been a fairly decent time to go long. So if you are looking to go long on Amazon, I would not be shorting here. I know it did gap down over earnings, but long term, love the company, great high growth company. Definitely look to buy the dip. And not only that, guys, here's the Fibonacci. Your fibs don't lie. This came all the way back down to 382, which is a target. Personally, I don't think it's going to go a little bit lower. If it does, it just makes the trade even better because your risk to reward is going to be a lot higher, which is going to be awesome. So Amazon, keep it on your watch list. Look to go long on Amazon. Here's Beyond Meat, ticker symbol BYND, and this has been an absolute glorious trend. For turn on the short-term moving averages, we gapped down a massive, I think it was about 17%, almost 17% 17% today, right to the, right to the 20 EMA on the daily. Now, Jeremy spoke about this on Monday in the afternoon floor. Now, if you aren't a member of Real Life Trading, you obviously wouldn't have gotten this analysis, but we did speak about BYND after gapping down after earnings, and that most likely it would have been a fadeable gap. And I've got to give a shout out to Mark McCauley, mate. Well done. He wrote right here, BYND, as Jeremy said, Merchant Monday Review. He bought to open 180 calls and pocketed 145% return, which was 5.53. So well done to you, mate. Making an absolute huge gain today on BYND. If you have a look at the 5-minute, we really just had a nice bullish push straight out the gate. And if you missed it, we had a beautiful little retest and then just went higher. So BYND was a very nice day trade today. Personally, what I think is going to happen on BYND is most likely we are going to have a ABC pattern formation after this Elliott wave move. So I do expect us to come up. Maybe this was already it, but I do expect BYND to come up and then most likely roll down from here. So keep your eyes on some shorts on here, but definitely BYND, great stock to day trade, just due to the volatility and the great gaps. Here's Uber. Now, this is one to keep your eyes on, guys. We have got a very interesting little pattern here. We have had this, these high lows forming and relative highs. And we are breaking these lows. So from here, I do expect us probably to go lower. This also could potentially be a really ugly looking head and shoulders pattern, and there being your neckline. So with this being your neckline, I do expect that Uber will roll over because here is your support. So most likely, I am looking for a short trade on Uber. I just want it to trade back up and most likely dive back down and take this back down to the lows. So Uber, keep your eyes on a short. And let's take a look at their rivalry, Lyft. Now, Lyft has been trending nicely. We do have earnings just around the corner, and we are currently at the 50 EMA. We have bounced off here before. Personally, I would wait for a little bit more quote unquote confirmation, maybe just a little bit more, probably a little bit more of a bullish candle, throw in some lower wicks. I want to throw in some traps. I don't know how we're going to go over earnings. So any play would obviously be a speculation, but I do expect Lyft to come down a little bit lower. And if we do come back down to these levels, it obviously would be a very nice buying location. But Lyft, just at this point in time, probably just keep your eyes on a dip buying opportunity to go long. But obviously, you want to be looking for some sort of Morningstar-esque pattern like this one right here. So we had one there, we had one here, and we had one here. Look to buy the dip on these ones. Let these patterns form out and look to buy the dip. Here's AMD. Beautiful bullish candle straight off the 20 EMA today, and reporting earnings after hours. We just take a look what is happening right now, and beautiful gap down. Wow. Okay, so if I just take a look here, if we open above, so if we open below here, go back to the daily, this is going to be a very nice day trade to take short. This is a beautiful double top, and we have got a gap and go white candle gapping down, and right now if we can close below this line, we will be closing below the neckline. So a nice little short opportunity, take back down to the 50 would be a beautiful trade on AMD for a short-term day trade. Obviously I am bullish on this stock long term. Moving averages are still, well, long-term moving averages are still down here. But if we do gap down, trade down to the 50, I will be looking to, so the 50, which is right here, I will be looking to buy the dip as we have bounced off here before, just one or two times. So AMD, keep your eyes peeled for a nice little short opportunity tomorrow. Here's Apple. Wow, everyone's talking about Apple. We are gapping up after hours, after reporting earnings to 218. Now, if I just go back to the daily chart, we are gapping right above these highs here, guys. So that is going to be a very bullish gap. Most likely it will be fairly choppy, so I'm probably going to stay away from this one. I do expect this gap to get filled at some stage as well. So most likely we probably will get a nice little trade higher, eventually fill the gap, and then Apple will just continue cruising on higher. Here's Square. Square literally just consolidating here just before earnings. Yeah, pretty much. Short term, guys, I'm long term, very bullish on this company. Short term, if we gap above these highs, we're going at least to $90, at least, but it's not going to be very long until we hit 100 if this continues. We are currently in a wave 4. I am still waiting for this next bullish push to 100, as this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am looking for this last bullish push. If you are looking to own Square long term, now's a great time to sell some premium, probably around $70 down here, $70 or $67.50. If you're looking to sell some put options, Square long term is a great buy. Here's Zoom. And Zoom looking super fresh right now. Now we have had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave formation, and right now we did gap down and we have got a 1, 2. So personally, I do think we are going to trade a little bit higher and then most likely roll back down, at least to the 50. At least to the 50. If I just turn, yeah. Sorry, at least to the 50. I do expect at some point this gap right here to completely fill. So to me, this does look a little bit double topish, and it most likely will trade higher, come down, fill the gap, and then that would be where I'd be looking to buy long term. Okay, guys, that's long term. So short term, just look to probably short the highs, and long term, look to buy the dip. Here's Shopify, currently still in my 305 put options, which I purchased back here, right at these highs. Now, what is actually interesting about Shopify, I'll just go back to the RSI, is the massive divergence that we have right here. So as you can see, we have been creating higher highs right there, and then we've got some massive divergence happening right here, which is the reason why I took the short. Also because we have just had a massive bullish push. We have come pretty far. I am overall long-term very bullish on this company, just looking to capitalize on a short-term short position. If you just take a look at the 100 The 100 on the daily right here is at 263. So if we do get a gap down, I'll most likely be closing out these puts and looking to go long and buying something that rhymes with call options. So Shopify, bullish long term. We'll see how these puts play out. If we do gap above here, guys, it's just going to keep rocketing higher, I'm afraid. I'm still looking to buy these things long term, but yeah, Shopify still super, super bullish. Let's take a look at the All Ords. All Ords cracked a new all-time high, which is perfect. For now, we are just chilling. Not a lot to see here, guys. On the weekly chart, we are as high as can be, creating a little bit of an upper wick here, which obviously is expected. We are at all-time highs, but for the most part, we are just chilling, trading sideways. If you take a look at the short-term moving averages, most likely if you are looking to go long, just look to buy the dip, probably either off the 10 or the 20, depending on if we see a trade set up that kind of sticks right out to us. Here's ANZ. And ANZ, beautiful buying the dip opportunity. If you take a look at the long-term moving averages, we did have this Morningstar-esque kind of pattern over the last 4 days back here, and we are looking to just most likely go higher. Right now, I wouldn't be too bearish on the banks. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we are still above the 100 and the 200. So from here, guys, just keep looking to, if you're in shares, maybe look to sell some premium up here if there is any, but definitely stay long on the banks. Here's CBA, Commonwealth Bank, and once again, I did say last week that if you are looking to sell some premium, look to sell some premium above 84. So if you did take advantage of that, that is absolutely amazing. And this last 3 days is the most beautiful evening star reversal pattern I have seen in a long time. So most likely we will just chop around here, like I've said, on CBA. So if you're looking to sell some premium, create some income, we do have earnings right around the corner. I don't know what's going to happen. Most likely we probably gap down and trade higher. Here's Fortescue Metals, FMG. Now, FMG has come very high, very, very, very high. We do have the 100 simple moving average coming into play, and we have got a cute little, pennant pattern forming. So from here, I wouldn't be surprised if we did bounce. However, I just think that most likely we are going to just kind of distribute at these levels probably for the next couple of months before we do get another bullish push. If you take a look at the weekly chart, guys, we are getting very, very high. And as you can see, what happened back here, we did just tumble. Obviously, this was the GFC. A lot more things coming into play, but if you are in FMG, just either look to take profits or look to sell some premium or get into some sort of collar trade on that one. Here's APT. And once again, guys, spoke about this one back here, saying this was a buy the dip opportunity. We are going to be consolidating here on APT for a while. So if you're looking to buy low, sell high, right now is a really good time to sell high as we are at a previous resistance level. So look to buy low, sell high. We did have a small gap down today and faded high, so most likely I do expect us to come back down to the 100 and just chop around sideways. So that's APT and Telstra. Now, Telstra spoke about back here that most likely when we break out of here, we will trade up to 427. Here's the nice little breakout, and we are going higher, and we do have increasing volume, which is really, really good to see. So from here, guys, be long on Telstra. Keep holding those shares, and if you're going to look to sell any premium, probably wait till about 427. Let's take a look at the commodities. Here's US oil or crude. Still bullish to neutral here, guys. I am wanting this to come a little bit lower. If you are looking to buy low, sell high, you know, a nice time to buy is around $55 to go long. However, if we do get a massive sell-off in oil, then, you know, around $52 or lower is absolutely an amazing opportunity to go long on either some leveraged ETFs or some, you know, or some oil companies like BP and the like. So keep your eyes on oil, but for the most part, probably just look to sell some premium if you are in some oil companies long term. Let's take a look at gold. Now, I have said in the past that this was a very nice time to buy the dip and go long on gold. And just to reiterate, we are looking very, very nice. On the 4 hour, we did come back down to the 100. So I do expect us to continue. And if I just take a look at the dollar index and you go to the daily, right now, guys, we are back at these highs. And as you can see in the past, we have just rolled back down. So if we do roll back down here, we have got some upper wicks right here. So if we do roll back down, guys, gold is going to have another bullish push, like I've said before. So dollar index probably going to roll back down to the 100, and gold most likely going to go a little bit higher. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Actually, one last thing to look at. We'll have a look at the Aussie dollar USD just briefly. Now, this is an amazing time probably to take a long position or close out any shorts. I did mention back here that I missed this short opportunity, although I had been speaking about it for quite a while. So I hope that a lot of you guys were keeping an eye on this and got to take advantage of this drop. Beautiful time to go long right now. We are at a support level right here, and we are creating a nice little bullish candle. So AUD USD short term looks good for a long, and I most likely will have a look at this again on Thursday. But if we do, most likely trade up to the 100. Things could get interesting, guys. We could break this low and go lower. Who knows? Anyway, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks again for watching. And if you want me to review any tickers, whether it's forex, commodities, futures, stocks on the ASX or on the US market, leave a comment below this video and I will stick it in the next review. Thanks again, guys. And remember, love life, live life, and trade it. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.